Thank you so much for joining me here on Remember and Hope, a place where we stop to think about the things God has gotten us through, remembering what He has done so that we can have hope for what's to come. Because a lot like the Israelites, we read their story about how they went through getting out of Egypt and seeing all the miraculous things that God did to save them from a life of slavery. And then to be in the desert and complaining about not having water or food when they wanted. And I thought, how typical of all of us sometimes that we forget what God has brought us through. And I truly want this channel to be a place where we can stop and remember what God has done. So for me, I wanted to share a story. I'm here walking my dog, visiting my dad's property, 3-acre, beautiful place. I must say it's so peaceful, being in nature. And I didn't want to miss sharing this week. So I thought, let me go ahead, even though I feel like I look like a mess. It's okay. We all are a mess once in a while, right? But I wanted to share something. And so whenever I'm excited about something that God has done, those who know me will typically hear these words. Do you want to hear how awesome God is? So what's really awesome is that I've been learning a lot about prayer and the power of prayer. Not in the sense of I want, to gain power so that things can happen the way I want them to. No, it's for me, what I've been learning about is more along the lines of there's power when we have faith in God to help us with what we need, um, what we're going through. So I myself, I'm a single mom of a 13-year-old daughter. You can imagine, for those of you who understand where I'm coming from. And for those of you who do understand, I'm sure I will get more of a sympathy for this story that I'm about to share versus others when you haven't been through having a teenager. Um, this story will probably be one of those things where you automatically react about how you would handle things. But I want you to just listen to the very end before you catch judgment. I'm opening up myself here to be judged, and that's fine. But more so, the chickens want to say hello. Sorry. But more so, the main thing is that I hope that it is an encouragement. I hope this story is an encouragement to you so that you can hear the amazing miracle that happened. Okay, so you want to hear how awesome God is? Well, being a single mom has a challenge. And for those of you who are single parents, you understand that it's harder when you don't have somebody there to back you up, to be the disciplinary. And so it was the day that we were going to go to church, Sabbath, and my daughter was starting to get a cold. So she was starting to feel poorly, but not so poorly like she couldn't do anything. If it was a normal day, she would be like fine to go wherever and do whatever. But on this day, she wanted to use it as an excuse. So she gets up. She says, okay, we all know our kids' faces, right? So she comes up to me after getting up out of bed and she gives me a look. Mom, she starts off, and I automatically know where she's going. I said, no, You're coming to church. And she's like, oh, but I don't feel good. I was like, I don't care. You need to come to church because I know if you stay home, you're just going to be on your phone or on TV all day. I don't want that. I want you to come, please. And she goes off and she says, I'm not going. I'm not feeling good. I don't want to go. You can't make me. And you need to be more considerate. And she turns around and walks away. My goodness. Yeah, like everything inside of me wanted to fight. And I'm sure those of you who understand feel the same way. And my initial reaction would be to go after her and try to talk it out, or, whatever the case may be. I just felt an argument brewing, right? So instead of doing that, I actually turned around. I was in my bedroom with the bed right there and then the bathroom behind me. And I went to my knees and I started praying. I said, Lord, I can't do this on my own. I need help. I need backup. I need not even backup. Please, Lord, just take over. You hear Jesus, take the wheel. Please, Lord, take the whole car. I need this. I need help. I can't do this. Please impress upon her heart, impress upon her mind, that we need this fellowship. We need to get out of the house. Please, Lord, help me. I can't do this alone. I need you. And I'm praying, I'm praying silently. And all of a sudden I start hearing footsteps behind me. Mind you, there's no other person in the house. It's just her, so it's hers. I hear her footsteps and, I'm like praying more, I'm praying more. And then I get to this point where I say, Lord, if you're with me, please have her just turn on the shower to start getting ready. And at that moment, the shower turned on. I didn't have to fight that battle. He fought that battle for me. He worked it out. God is so good.